Alright, Caps and Bulls getting ready to go here. Up in the new rink up here in Heartland. Not much warmer than the old one. Starting in goal for the Caps today, Ryan Culligan. Having trouble with the audio here, so keep an eye on it. So the Caps tied the game up on a power play goal. Jack Baxter put in a rebound. Caps just took a penalty. We got Morton, Johnson, Binks, and O'Donnell out to try and kill this off. Morton gets that out and he'll dump it deep. $11:20 left in the first period. Bulls get the line. Comes out towards the line. Caps had a chance to clear it there, but couldn't quite get to it. They'll try and keep him to the outside. Shot off the crossbar and out. Comes to the line. O'Donnell with a play there, but couldn't quite get good stick on it. Bulls cycle the puck around. 1 minute left in the penalty. That's Matthew O'Donnell trying to gain control there. Binks does his job and doesn't let that guy have a third chance on that. 48 seconds left in the penalty to the Caps. Pretty loud crowd here calling for penalties for the Bulls team. We got Baxter, McLean, Durling, and Tucker out. Shot from the point, gloved by Culligan. Face off won by the Bulls. Shot on. Low shot. Steered aside by Culligan. He freezes that. The Bulls took a couple extra whacks at it. But Caps kept their cool. Blake McLean in for the face off. That's one back by the Bulls. They shoot it into the corner. Tucker into the corner to put pressure on. Baxter looks to get that puck out. It's up against the boards. Bulls go around the net. 21 seconds left in the penalty. That's a shot blocked by Blake McLean. Good job staying in the lane. Durling ties up his man. They try the other side. 10 seconds left in the penalty. They work it out to the line. And there's going to be a 2-on-1 coming the other way. Blake McLean made a move at the line and ended up offside with 0 seconds left on the penalty. Face-off will be in the neutral zone here. Mitchell wins it over to Russell. Russell tries to get it in deep, but he couldn't quite get it past the defenseman. That shot into the Bulls bench, and it'll come into the zone for the Caps. We got Mitchell, Russell, Munn, LaBelle, and Toole out. Won by Mitchell, but Caps couldn't control it. Bulls come back the other way. They work it to the line and then put it into the deep corner. Toole's there first, but fans on it a little bit. They'll go into the corner to fight for it. He knocks his man off the puck. Mitchell comes out with it, gets it up to Munn. Munn goes rink wide to Russell. Russell makes a move. He circles. Cycles to Mitchell. Mitchell tries to cycle it back to Munn. Russell gets it out in front, but was mishandled a little bit. Munn makes a move. He's in close and finishes that one off. So that's Parker Munn with the second Caps goal. Make it 2-1. That'll be Parker Munn's goal. Assists go to Easton Russell and Liam Mitchell, unofficially. Baxter, Heffernan, Morton, Binks, and O'Donnell out for the face-off. 8:49 left in the first period. Face off won by the Caps. That's offside. So the puck will come out. Baxter, Morton, Heffernan, Binkston, O'Donnell. Out for the Caps. Face off won by Baxter. Puck's back to O'Donnell. He works it up the wing to Morton. Comes back to O'Donnell. He's taken down hard into the board, so there will be a penalty to the Bulls there. Penalty is 2 minutes for tripping on the Bulls. The power play for the Caps at 8:15, first period. Mitchell wins it back to Russell. Russell gets it to Derling. Traffic in front, shot on, and it's in. Looks like Parker Munn must have had I don't know who got that goal. Looks like it might have gone off Parker and into the net. So that's Parker's second goal of the game. Assists would go to Ray Derling with a shot from the point, and Easton Russell, who moved it across the blue line to him. So 3-1 Caps, 2 power play goals. 8:08 left in the first period. Face off dumped into the Bulls zone. We'll cover that up. So we got McLean, Johnson, and Heffernan, Derling, and Tucker for the Caps. It's played out by the Bulls. They got a 2-on-2 going this way. Derling keeps them wide, pushes them into the boards. Tucker picks up that puck and puts it into the corner. Bulls play it out to the line, and they play it back towards the corner, and back to the line. That's a shot on, deflected aside by Culligan. In the corner. Comes out in front. Heffernan's going to pick up that loose puck. He tried to get it out, but it was off the stick and back in. It'll be spent deep by the Bulls. Caps go D to D. Tucker gets it over to Johnson. Johnson tried to get it through the middle to Heffernan, but that was broken up, and the Bulls send it back in. They have to touch up on blade icing. Derling works it up to Munn. Munn makes the move to the inside. Went for a backhand. Deflected away by the Bulls defense. Morton's in behind the net. Puck comes out towards the line. Good pinch by LaBelle to keep that in. Cycled around the net by the Bulls. They go far side and then try and go back through the middle, but that's picked up by Mitchell, who has a shot on. Sent out to the line, and that strip pass Tool. It'll be a 2-on-1 coming back the other way for the Bulls. That's a shot, score. That makes it 3-2. Caps. 6:13 left in the first period. Lots of scoring so far. Baxter, Johnson, and Easton Russell on for the Caps with LaBelle and Tool. Bulls play it into the Cap zone. They go D to D. LaBelle works it up to Johnson. Johnson fans on it a little bit. Couldn't connect on that pass. LaBelle settles down a rolling puck and sends it to Russell, who drops it off for Baxter coming through the middle. He has a shot on. Nice save by the Bulls there to keep that out of the net. 5:51 left in the first period. Looks like Hart Johnson is a scratch again today. I know he wasn't feeling very well. Binks hustles back to knock that out. Caps play it back in. Russell plays it up the boards to Johnson. Johnson leaves it for Baxter, but it doesn't come out. Goes in deep. So hopefully Hart feels better soon. Shot towards the net. That'll go behind the net. Binks has him tied up. The Caps will take a penalty there. I think both players were tied up there, but the Caps take the penalty. Binks to the box. So 5:16 left in the first period. They're playing in for the face-off. Good shot on net. Rebound, score. So 3-3 now. Quick goal by the Bulls on the power play. Mitchell, Heffernan, McLean, Gerling, and Tucker. That's Mitchell, brings it in over the line. Tries to set something up here, he gets it over to Gerling. Gerling's shot is blocked into the corner. Caps come out with it. Mitchell gets over to Gerling. It's another shot blocked by the Bulls. McLean tries to bring it up the side. That's picked up by Mitchell. Coming in from the side. That's a backhand shot. Comes out to Tucker. Shot from point. Saved by the Bulls. So Liam Mitchell almost tucked that one in. So 3-3, 4:31 left in the first period. Baxter, Munn, Russell, Tool, and LaBelle. LaBelle pinches and keeps that in. He's got some room, so he walks out a little bit. He looked like he was tripped, but there's no call, and the Bulls come back the other way. Bulls settle in the zone. Shot on, deflected aside by Culligan. It's in the corner. Played in through the middle. Russell gets it to Baxter. Baxter's in on a breakaway and missed the shot. He 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 missed the shot. blocker side corner. Russell picks up the loose puck and fires it across to Baxter. Nifty pass across to Munn. Munn had a wide open net, but couldn't deposit that one in. Caps keep the puck in. Link steps up and puts it deep. Bulls. The Caps take another penalty. It's a splash and not a smart one. So 2 minutes for interference on that one. Coaches have warned the players that they can't take those retaliation penalties. Puck comes to the line, shot towards the net. O'Donnell's there first and plays it up the boards to Johnson. Johnson beats his man and gets it to Morton, so they'll have a chance here for a short-handed opportunity. That's deflected aside by the Bulls goalie, and O'Donnell works that one deep. That's turned over by the Bulls, but they come back and get that. Derling's going to have a chance to knock that deep. 1 minute 20 seconds left on the penalty Caps. That's picked up the line, disrupted by Mitchell. They're going to work wide. Bulls are on a change. They get it behind the net, but O'Donnell takes it away. O'Donnell gets it up to Mitchell. Caps can't get it out. Bulls drive it in deep. O'Donnell had a bit more time and probably could have worked it up through the middle. Bulls come out with the puck. That's a shot on net. Blocked and covered by Culligan. 44 seconds left in the penalty to the Caps. 2:13 left in the first period. Mitchell in for the face-off with Baxter, Toole, and Tucker to try and kill this off. Nice play by Tucker to get that one deep. 35 seconds left in the penalty to the Caps. They work it around the near side here, far side here. Tucker's there to cut that off temporarily. They work it in deep. Toole's going to be the first in there. Bulls work around to this side. Mitchell tries to get it out. He couldn't get a good stick on it. Toole's going to be there and he'll rim it around. That'll go all the way down. 8 seconds left in the penalty to the Caps. So almost, that's a turnover. Mitchell in front of Baxter. Nice save by the Bulls goalie. We're back to 5-on-5. Toole circles around while Baxter takes a shift. Toole works it to Russell. Russell gets it through the middle. He walks in, has a shot on. Another nice save by the Bulls goalie. That's played out to LaBelle. Russell picks up the puck, works the far side nicely to McLean. McLean's in. He finds Mitchell going to the net. He finds Russell, wide open net, and the Bulls goalie got his pad across. So another nice save by the Bulls goalie. That's worked in behind the net, but taken away by the Bulls. Heffernan came off the bench and cut out that play. Bulls send that one deep. LaBelle back to retrieve. Derling's stick knocked away, but no call. Heffernan gets the puck, works it over to Derling on the far side. Derling's going to regroup, and Heffernan's going to get it out. Russell tries to get it deep, but backhand didn't work. LaBelle gets it over to Derling. Derling gets it in deep. 4 seconds left in the period. LaBelle with the puck at the line. So lots of scoring in the first period so far. Three threes to score. Mitchell, Martin, and Munn, Derling, and O'Donnell. Face off one by Mitchell. He gets it back to Munn. He fires it in deep. Martin on the forecheck. Played up and out by the Bulls. Knocked away from the Bulls. It's in the corner. Bulls played out to the line. Knocked aside by Derling. Mitchell will be first on the puck. He works it up to Munn. Munn chips it in and will go after it. He's there with Morton. Bulls work it out. Work it up. And that's behind the red line, but no call on the icing. Derling pulls it out. Gets it up to Morton. Morton up the left wing, chipped it towards and then to Mitchell, but he's disrupted there. Bulls go back the other way. Tucker keeps his man wide. Heffernan, Baxter, and Russell have joined the play. Pass to Heffernan is a little bit ahead of him, and that'll go for icing on the Caps. Baxter in for the face-off. Face-off won by the Bulls, pinned up against the far side boards. Picked up by Tucker in the corner. He works it around to Toole. Toole up to Russell. That's denied near the line by the Bulls. Tucker tries to get it back in. Bulls will pick up that puck. Puck worked out by the Bulls. They get the line and try and chip it in, but they come in offside, but I guess they since tagged up. Toole works it up to Russell. Russell plays it up the left wing. Russell finds Heffernan. Heffernan's got a nice low shot on, but sent away by the toe of the Bulls goalie. Bulls will pick up the puck and chip it out. LaBelle picks it up, tries to chip it back in. Bulls will regroup. Play it off the boards on the near side here. They come in onside. Play it back. It's a shot on, gloved by Culligan. Mitchell in for the face-off. That's sent on net, deflected aside by Culligan. We got Mitchell, McLean, Dylan Johnson, Jack LaBelle, and Ray Derling on for this shift. Played out towards the line, shot on. Blocker saved by Culligan. Comes out in front. Good play by McLean. Just get that out. Picked up by Johnson. Just took a little bit too long. Puck comes out to Derling at the line. He sends it on net, but it's deflected aside. Comes out in front. Caps can't get to it. Bulls will try and come back the other way. Nice play by Jack LaBelle to break that one up. Bulls will go back to retrieve and try to break it here. They go up the right wing and then dump it in to the neutral zone. O'Donnell works it in. That's a shot off the blocker of the Bulls. Out to the line, but played nicely by Munn to keep it in. He goes, tries to go cross crease to Russell, but that's broken up. He stays on the puck, has a shot on, but saved by the Bulls. O'Donnell will be back to play that one. Play that back in. That's knocked away from the Bulls player and kept in by Russell. Russell gets it to Munn in the corner. Munn controls the puck coming around the net. He's looking for options. Works it to the open wing. O'Donnell will be there to keep it in. Works it into behind the net to Russell. Russell is held up. No call. Puck's in some skates. Baxter comes out with the puck and shoots it right on the goalie in the save. Face-off will be in the Bull zone. Mitchell, Heffernan, Morton, Derling, and Tucker. Face-off won by the Caps. Heffernan back to Derling. Derling shot on, rebounds there. Covered up by the Bulls goalie. Mitchell in for the face-off. One back. Morton plays it to Derling. Derling plays it to Morton. Morton tried to get it across, but it's intercepted by the Bulls. They'll come back this way. That's a high shot. Goes all the way around to the other side. And knocked away by Morton to Heffernan. He gets it in deep. Played around in front by the Bulls. Defenseman's got a head of steam. He'll bring it in over the blue line. Nice play by Derling to knock that away. Derling's without a stick. Bulls calling for a penalty there, but uncalled. Mitchell has it in his feet, trying to get it out. Comes out to the line and then in front. That's shot high past the goalie. So makes a 4-3 for the Bulls. 9:28 left in the second period. Johnson, Russell, and McLean, LaBelle, and Toole. Bulls break out. It's a long, high shot. That'll be picked up by Johnson. He's got Russell ahead of him. Russell one-on-one with his man. Knocked away by the defenseman. Played out by the Bulls. 1-on-2 shot towards Culligan. Culligan plays it to Toole. Toole chips it up the boards to Johnson. He tried to get it to Russell. Russell was knocked down. It looked like It looked like he got taken out from behind. To me, that's, you know, close to a slew foot, but I think both players are just going for the puck. But he fell hard backwards. It's a dangerous play regardless. Harrison's up and skating off, but looked like he landed hard on his shoulder. Shoulder, elbow. The Caps will be down to 7 forwards. For now, hopefully Easton's okay. Face-off will be in the Cap zone here. Mitchell wins the face-off to Baxter. Baxter gets it over to Munn. Munn carries it in, but it's knocked away from him at the line. And the Bulls will bring it back the other way. Mitchell with a good back check. He's hauled down into the boards. Bulls will go to the penalty box. Caps go to the power play with a chance to tie this up. Mitchell, Munn, Baxter, Heffernan, Burling for the power play. Mitchell in for the face-off. Play back to the line to Baxter. He walks in. He's going to set things up here. He's got a rolling puck. He gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell has a shot. Nice save by the Bulls goalie that goes up into the netting. .146 left in the penalty to the Bulls. Mitchell in for the face-off. Sent to the line, kept in by Baxter. Mitchell heads towards the net. He'll curl around and set things up. He works it back to Baxter. Baxter back to Mitchell. Shot on net. Puck was sitting in the blue paint, but knocked away by the Bulls. Baxter at the line. Works it to Mitchell. Mitchell walks in. He has a shot on. It's saved by the Bulls. 1:19 left in the penalty to the Bulls. Mitchell picks up the puck after the face-off behind the net. He's looking out front for an open man. He goes rink wide to Baxter. Baxter has a little bit of trouble handling that. It was a rolling puck and didn't have time to set up a good shot and ended up miscommunication at the line there. Baxter's tripped up. So the Caps shot on. So delayed penalty to the Bulls. 46 seconds left in the first penalty to the Bulls. So it'll be a 5-on-3 here for the Caps for 46 seconds. So hopefully they can cash one in here quick. So we have Mitchell, Heffernan, Munn, Gerling, and Baxter out. Mitchell wins that face-off back to Baxter. Baxter to Gerling. Gerling back to Baxter. Baxter with a shot on. That's high, and I think it went off the blocker of the goalie. Gerling picks that up. Gets it over to Baxter. Baxter shot on. Deflected away by the Bulls. Gerling has a shot. It's stopped by the Bulls goalie. And puck comes out to center ice. It's a rolling puck. Baxter works it to the far side to Mitchell. He settles it down. First penalty will expire in 3 seconds. They'll be coming out of the box. Caps keep it in. Mitchell keep it in. 5-on-4. Heffernan shot on. Knocked aside by the goalie. Munn controls the puck, gets it to Gerling. Back to Baxter. Baxter to Mitchell. Mitchell to Baxter. That's a shot on. That was deflected aside. Bulls had a chance to clear, but Gerling will keep that in temporarily. And that's iced by the Bulls. 40 seconds left in the penalty for the Bulls. That's McLean back to retrieve. Gerling lugs the puck up the ice. So Morton, Johnson, McLean, Gerling, and LaBelle. Johnson couldn't quite keep that in. That's sent towards the net. Morton with a nice little shot that's deflected aside. That's chipped past Gerling and down the ice. It's a one-on-one here. LaBelle has help from Morton. Shot in behind the net, and LaBelle will pick that up. Works it up to McLean. McLean loses the handle on it, and that'll be the end of the power play for the Caps. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second period. Johnson works it to an open wing here. Morton stops it. Morton sends it in deep. Johnson almost got to that puck. Chips it back in towards the net, but Bulls get it out. O'Donnell brought it in. There was a change on the far side, so he brought it in offside. 4 minutes, 47 seconds left in the second period. Mitchell, Baxter, Munn, Tucker, and Toole out for the Caps. Played back to Tucker. He gets it in deep. Mitchell will be the first one there. He goes around the net. Plays it to Toole at the line. Toole with a shot that knocked the defender's stick out of his hands, but into the corner. Munn tries to bring it out in front, but loses it behind the net. Mitchell picks it up. Mitchell to Toole. Toole couldn't quite keep that in. Munn picks up the loose puck and curls, gets it back to Tucker. Tucker with a shot. That's deflected by the Bulls. Puck sitting there and covered up by the Bulls goalie. The Bulls goalie is playing quite well in there. McLean, Morton, Heffernan, Tucker, and Toole. Offensive zone face-off. One back by McLean. Tucker gets it to Morton, who gets it to Heffernan. Heffernan got it to Morton. Had a shot on. Bulls come back the other way, 2-on-1. Sent towards the net. Knocked aside by Caps defenseman. Toole will be there to get it in the corner. Chopped out by Heffernan. Bulls will regroup in their own zone. They work it up the near side boards and shoot it in deep. Toole battled his man in the corner. Taken away by Heffernan. Linesman got in the way. Linesman got in the way again, so we're even. Morton has the puck taken away from him. Sent back in by the Bulls. Tucker to Toole. Toole up to Heffernan. Heffernan chips it out smartly. Should be offside. It's delayed offside. Bulls are still changing. So Caps have time to get it out. Heffernan cuts through the middle to get the pass. He's got the puck in the corner. He tries to chip it out to the D, but that's chipped past the D. Good back check by Johnson. Chip back in by the Bulls. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second period. Durling looked for a long pass to Baxter. Baxter picks it up. Johnson sends it towards the net, and it's in the net. And that was a backhanded shot that went off the goalie, and I think Jack Baxter might have tucked it in. So that's Baxter from Johnson to make it 4-4 with 2:27 left in the second period. Mitchell, Baxter, Johnson, Binks and Durling out. 4-4 game. Johnson tried to get it through the middle, but that was cut out by the Bulls. Picked up by Durling. Durling gets the line. Don't have anyone covering for Durling here, though. Mitchell has it behind the net. Kept in by Baxter. Mitchell plays it around the net to Johnson. Johnson loses that puck. Bulls will pick up the puck. They pass it off through the middle off their own feet. They try the near side, but that's cut out by Mitchell and Baxter. Bulls work it around. They try and go through the middle again, but Baxter picks that off. He chips it to Johnson, who was looking for a change. Forward unit changes. Durling and Binks are back. Durling circles the net. 1 minute, 10 seconds left in the period. That's off of McLean's stick. Picked up by Durling. Durling puts it in deep. That's winged around, but kept in by Munn. Munn circles back towards the net. And then plays it to the near side corner to Morton. Morton tries to cycle it. Binks will pinch on the far side. He's fighting for the puck. That comes out to McLean. McLean's going to walk out. That's blocked by the Bulls. Comes out to Munn at the line. It's out in front. McLean has a chance. Tried to get it over to Morton. Good play by Munn to break that up. Bulls get the puck over the line. They're on a change, so they'll try and set up. Durling knocks down his man. Binks plays it up through the middle and out. It's a delayed offside, and the Bulls bring it in, so that'll be blown down with 5 seconds left in the second period. Seems like the Bulls brought several of their own referees in the crowd making calls or asking for calls anyways. Mitchell, Baxter, Heffernan, Toole, and O'Donnell. We'll end the second period tied 2-2, or 4-4, sorry. Go for a flood, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Caps and Bulls gonna get it going here. 4-4. Start of the third period. Baxter, Munn, and Easton Russell's back out. Face-off won by the Bulls, brought in, shot on, saved by Culligan. Rebound knocked away by the Caps. Baxter picks up the puck. He gets it to Munn, who gets it back to Baxter. Baxter had a chance to beat the goalie, but that shot towards the net, deflected aside. Gerling couldn't quite keep that one in. But he'll regroup, try and set something up. Goes near side to Munn. Munn through the middle to Baxter. Baxter gets past his guy. He's got Russell going to the net. Tried to get a shot on from the side, but no luck. Kept in by Munn. Munn puts it on net. Saved by the Bulls goalie. Cycled by Russell back to Munn. In front to Tucker, pinched, and he's cross-checked down. And there's no call there. Cully out to play that puck. Plays it into the corner. Gerling up to Russell. Russell tips it out. Bulls try and shoot it in, but it's off Liam Mitchell's skate and back towards the Bulls goalie. Tucker steps up, knocks his man down. Heffernan gets it out. He gets it to Mitchell. Caps go offside. Mitchell, Heffernan, Morton, O'Donnell, and Binks for the Caps. Mitchell in for the face-off. 13:34 left in the third period. That puck's going to be picked up by the Bulls, sent out in front. Heffernan walks out in front, shot on, deflected aside by the Bulls goalie. Chipped out towards the line. O'Donnell kept it in. Icing's waved off. Binks back to retrieve. Chips it up to Heffernan. Past him. O'Donnell rolled off his stick. The Bulls will regroup here. Send it in. Puck in behind the net. Binks in his feet. Pinned up against the wall. Taken away by Mitchell. Mitchell goes near side to Heffernan. Heffernan tried to chip that out, but couldn't. Shot blocked by Mitchell as he was falling down. Bulls retain possession. Mitchell chips it out towards the line, but not out. It eventually does go out off the Bulls. Caps go for a change. They work it into the middle, shot on, saved by Culligan. Baxter, Johnson, McLean, Toole, and LaBelle out for the defensive zone face-off. One back to the line by the Bulls. They send it in deep. take a penalty there. Scramble out in front of the net. Caps managed to keep it out, a couple of blocked shots. Caps will go to the power play here with 9:21 left in the third period. Mitchell, Baxter, Munn, Russell, and Durling. Controlled by Mitchell and behind the net. He circles around, gets it to Russell. Russell over to Durling. Durling circles towards the middle. Gets it to Russell. Russell to Mitchell. Mitchell to Munn in front. Couple of whacks at it. Kept out. Picked up by Munn. Munn works it back to Durling. Durling to Russell. Russell over to Mitchell, 1:25 left. Cap control on the power play here. It's shot on by Durling. It's blocked by the Bulls defender. Also will be back there to pick up the puck. Set up. He works it up to Mitchell. Mitchell, come on. Mun's going to bring it in. Munn plays it back to Mitchell. Mitchell to Russell at the line. Russell with a shot on. Deflected, rebound was there, and covered up by the Bulls goalie. Caps win the face-off. Morton goes far side to LaBelle. 23 seconds left in the power play. Heffernan from a sharp angle. Kept in by LaBelle. LaBelle gets it over to Morton. Morton shot on the goalie. Covered up. 11 seconds left in the power play for the Caps. We got Morton, McLean, Heffernan, LaBelle, and Dinks out for this one. McLean in for the face-off. One back by the Bulls. Played up to the line, kept it by LaBelle. Got deep into the Cap zone. Dinks back to retrieve. He circles, works it up to Heffernan. Heffernan got it out. The Bulls have to tag up. They play it up to Morton. Morton with a shot. That's gloved by the Bulls goalie. Face off will be in the Bulls zone. Mitchell, Russell, Johnson, O'Donnell, and Toole out for the offense zone face-off. Bulls get the puck up the boards, but not out. Kept in by O'Donnell at the line. Rebound, scores! It's Dylan Johnson on the doorstep. So, Matthew O'Donnell kept the puck in at the line. Liam Mitchell put it on net. Dylan Johnson capitalizes on the rebound. Make it 5-4. 6:49 left in the third period. Five, 4 Caps. Mitchell, Johnson, Russell, O'Donnell, and Toole. Tripped in by the Bulls. O'Donnell's there first. Bulls pick off that pass. Comes out in front. O'Donnell chips it to the line, and it's out. Johnson gets it over to Russell. Bulls play the puck around near side. Chip it up into the Cap zone. Toole picks up the puck. Almost found Russell, but Johnson picks up that puck. He's in on goal, and he's shoved into the goalie. There's a little bit of a fracas here. That's head contact. There's going to be a couple of head contacts probably here, but probably offsetting penalties here, but Bulls went at the Caps first. 6-10. See how these penalties sort out. It looks like Caps took an unsportsmanlike. I don't know if it's 10 minutes or what. Looks like it's 5-on-5. Playing 5-on-5. 6:10 left in the third period. Baxter, Morton, Munn, Gerling, and Tucker. Bulls get the puck out. Caps put it back in. Bulls go D to D. Try to work it up the far side. Stopped by Tucker. But Bulls play it in. Kelly with a save off the blocker. Gerling goes after it, chips it up the far side. Tucker picks up the puck, plays it to the open wing. Munn works it through the middle to Baxter. That's chipped off his stick, and it'll go for icing on the Caps. 5:23 left in the third period, 5-4 Caps. Munn, Baxter, Heffernan, Gerling, and Tucker. Played in by the Bulls. Picked up by Gerling. He plays that to Munn. Munn skates it up over the blue line, puts it on net. Deflected aside by the Bulls goalie. Morton fighting for the puck in the corner. There's some head contact there. And he's taken both of them. So, Bulls player goes, I don't know what the call is. They called 2 minutes for roughing and 2 minutes for head contact. So we'll stay even. We got more forwards in the penalty box than we do on the bench right now. Mitchell in for the face-off. McLean and Johnson. Chip towards the front of the net by Johnson. Played by a high stick, but not called. Johnson fighting for the puck. That's played out to Toole. Toole plays it back in. Caps have to tag up and do. We got McLean, Mitchell, Johnson, Binks and Toole. Johnson plays that back in deep. 4:30 left in the third period. Bulls work it through the middle. Shot gloved by Culligan. 4:16 left. 4:15 left in the third period. We'll have Morton, Mitchell, Heffernan, Toole, and Binks out for the face-off. Looks like Ryan Culligan's got an issue with one of his pads there he's trying to fix. Mitchell in for the face-off. One back to the line. Bulls control. Blocked by Morton. He tries to get it out. Mitchell will pick up the loose puck. He gets it over to Binks. Binks gets it to Heffernan. Off his stick. Kept in. Mitchell plays it over to Morton. Morton chips it up. He goes after it. Played by the Bulls to center ice. In Mitchell's feed over there. Bulls will bring that puck in. Deflected away. Tipped past the D by Mitchell. Mitchell drops it for Heffernan. Heffernan couldn't handle the pass. Binks dumps it in deep. Mitchell tried to get it out in front. Binks will pinch and get it to Mitchell. A little bit of a collision there on the near side boards. Bulls try and play it in on the far side. That goes around the net. Binks will have a second to settle down this puck. He goes far side to Morton. Morton chips it in deep. Caps go for a change. 2:53 left in the third period. That's coughed up by the Bulls, but given right back by the Caps. Bulls work it up. They get the line and work it deep. Sent out in front. Nice play by Munn to take that puck away. He chips it past his man. That'll be... waved off by the linesman. So the face-off will be at center ice. Baxter, Johnson, Munn, LaBelle, and Gerling. 2:24 left in the third period. It's played to Gerling. Gerling chips it up to Johnson. Johnson sends it in deep. Munn comes out. Played to Gerling. Gerling into the feet of Munn. Munn plays it out. Bulls pick it up at the red line. Shot in from the red line. Mulligan sends it to the corner. LaBelle tries to chip it out. Bumped down by Baxter. He can't get it out. Baxter knocks down that shot. He plays it up off the boards. Johnson tips it up to Munn, but it's knocked away from Munn into the corner. 1:38 left in the third period. Tip past the D. Toole's there first. Puck comes out towards to the ice, and it's iced by the Caps. Good play. Looks like someone called the timeout. I didn't see who. 1:23 left in the third period. Face off, cap zone. Mitchell puts it into the corner to Toole. He pins his man up against the boards. Wolves have the puck in the corner. They play it out to the line. They send it in. It's off cap stick and behind the net. Wolves control the puck. They try to go far side to the D, and that goes all the way down the ice. Wolves have the empty net. 1 minute left in the third period. That's loose in the middle. Mitchell picks up the puck. He shoots it on net and scores. Open net goal. Cashed in by Liam Mitchell to make it 6-4. Johnson, Munn, Morton, Tucker, and O'Donnell. Picked up by Tucker and worked in the zone. Plays it in behind the net. Johnson in behind the net. Bulls will come out with the puck on the near side. Tucker pinches the man off, but the Bulls get the puck in deep. Played around to the far side. O'Donnell gets a stick on it. Picked up by Morton. Picked up by Munn on the near side. He just tries to chip it into the zone. 2 men fall, 5 seconds left. That should about do it. A 6-4 win for the Caps. Well, that'll do it for this weekend. Next weekend, just one exhibition game against the Riptide on Sunday in Chipman. There's pretty much no reception out there, so unlikely we'll have a live stream for that one.